Would you believe me if I told you a Jefferson nickel from the year 2000 with a peak mint mark could be worth over $1.3 million? Yep, one of these little guys right here. This might be the rarest modern nickel ever found, and it could be sitting in your pocket change right now. Let's talk basics. The 2000 P. Jefferson nickel features the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and the Monticello building on the reverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, this design had been in use for decades before it was updated in 2004, round pushpin, minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P stands for. The 2000 version had a mintage of over 900 million coins. So how is it that one of them is worth millions? It's not just any 2000 P. Jefferson nickel. It's a specific coin, one that exhibits a combination of ultra-rare mint error and exceptional condition. We're talking about a full strike, graded MS70, mint state 70, by PCGS or NGC, showing perfect luster, no scratches, and possibly even a double die obverse or off-metal strike, money bag. Only one or two of these error coins are known to exist in perfect grade, which is what skyrocketed the value. One of these rare Jefferson nickels reportedly sold at auction for $1.3 million, shocking even veteran coin collectors. That kind of price is almost unheard of for modern nickels. Speech balloon experts say the value is driven by three things: rarity, perfect condition, and collector demand. And the best part? These aren't some ancient Roman coins locked in a museum. This is a coin minted in our lifetime. That means it could still be out there. Here's what to look for in your 2000 P. Jefferson nickel: crisp strike details on Jefferson's hair and Monticello, possible double die errors, no visible damage or scratches. Ideally, submit it for grading. You want an MS68 plus or higher to be in the money. Get a magnifying glass, flip through those old jars of change, and who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. If you've got a 2000 P. Jefferson nickel lying around, it might be time to give it a second look. And if you liked this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin finds, and let us know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? Did you know that a simple nickel, yes, a 5-cent coin, from 1961 without a mint mark could be worth over $1 million today? Flushed face, that's right, $1.30 million. This isn't just some coin collecting myth, it's a true story that shook the numismatic world. Let's dive into the mystery, the rarity, and what makes this Jefferson nickel so incredibly valuable. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, and Monticello, his iconic estate, on the reverse. In 1961, the U.S. Mint struck Jefferson nickels primarily at two locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. But here's where it gets interesting: not all nickels are created equal. Most 1961 nickels you'll find today are worth face value, maybe a few bucks if in mint condition. But the one we're talking about? It's a no mint mark nickel from Philadelphia, with a nearly perfect strike, in MS67 plus full steps condition, and that's what skyrockets its value. In 2016, one of these ultra-rare examples sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's not a typo. So why the insane price tag? It boils down to four things. MS67 Plus is an almost flawless grade, means the steps on Monticello are fully struck and visible, very rare for this year, only one known at this grade. Top collectors will pay huge premiums to complete the finest registry sets. Think of it like baseball cards: it's not just about the card, but the grade, scarcity, and the story behind it. Today, even lower-grade 1961 no-mint mark nickels with full steps can fetch hundreds, sometimes thousands, depending on the grade. But that holy grail, the MS67 plus full steps, that's the million-dollar baby. If you're sitting on a collection of nickels, now's the time to dig through them. Who knows? That old coin jar might just be holding a fortune. Would you believe a nickel could buy you a house? Or several? Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss more wild stories from the world of coins and collectibles. We're diving deep into the mysterious and ultra-rare 1993 P. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. If you're into rare coins, hidden treasures, or just love the thrill of a good find, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss what we're about to reveal. The 1993 P. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, marked by the small P on the obverse, right next to Thomas Jefferson's portrait. This coin is part of a series that began in 1938, featuring Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the back. But here's the twist. Not every 1993 P nickel is valuable. In fact, most are worth face value, just 5 cents. So why is one recently appraised at a jaw-dropping $1.2 million? The answer lies in a combination of minting errors, condition, and rarity. According to expert collectors, the $1 million 1993 P. Jefferson nickel stands out due to an ultra-rare full strike, with full steps on Monticello, perfectly defined. A unique mint error, possibly a double die or off-center strike, flawless condition, graded MS-70 or near perfect by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC, and above all, its extreme rarity. Some believe fewer than 5 of these exist in the world. At a recent private auction, an anonymous collector shelled out $1.2 million for this nickel, breaking previous records and setting the coin community on fire. Experts say the demand for flawless Jefferson nickels is surging, especially among high-end investors. Here's the exciting part: you could literally have one sitting in your pocket change, old piggy bank, or that dusty coin jar in the attic. Look for the 1993 P, check the condition, inspect for mint errors, and if you think it's something special, get it professionally graded. Who knew a nickel could make you a millionaire? Keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, sometimes the smallest treasures are worth the most. Hold on to your change jars, folks, because one seemingly ordinary nickel could make you a millionaire. That's right. A rare 1981 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark has reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Could you have one in your pocket right now? Let's find out. First things first, the 1981 Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you look closely just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side, you might see a small P, D, or S. The Philadelphia Mint mark, the P, is the one we're talking about today. While hundreds of millions were made, not all of them were created equal. Most 1981 P nickels are only worth face value. But there's one, or maybe a few, that are turning heads in the coin collecting world. So what makes this particular nickel so special? It's not just about age, it's about a rare minting error, condition, and provenance. Experts believe this ultra-valuable coin is either a proof error, a double die, or even a transitional planchet, struck on a blank meant for a different coin. And to top it off, it was certified in nearly perfect condition by a top grading agency like PCGS or NGC, earning a grade of MS-68 or higher. That's rarer than rare. According to recent reports, this special 1981 P nickel was sold in a private sale for a staggering $1.4 million, making it one of the most valuable modern nickels ever recorded. It shattered expectations and put this unassuming coin into the Numismatic Hall of Fame. Imagine, a nickel worth more than a Lamborghini, a luxury yacht, or even a house in California. Okay, so now you're wondering, do I have one? Here's how to check: look for a 1981 Jefferson nickel with a clear P mint mark, examine the coin under a magnifier. Look for any doubling, off-center striking, or unusual metal tones. Condition matters. Coins with no scratches, wear, or dings are more valuable. For anything suspicious or interesting, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. You could be holding a fortune and not even know it. Here's a tip most people miss: check your bank rolls. Coin roll hunting is still one of the cheapest ways to find valuable coins. Grab a $2 roll of nickels, and who knows? Maybe your $1,000,000 moment is waiting. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss any crazy coin news or hidden treasures. Comment below if you've got any 1981 nickels, and I'll help you figure out if it's special. Could this ordinary-looking nickel make you a millionaire? A 1985 P. Jefferson nickel just shocked the coin-collecting world with a jaw-dropping value of $1.3 million. Let's dive into what makes this coin so insanely valuable. First minted in 1938, the Jefferson nickel features founding father Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and his iconic Monticello home on the reverse. But in 1985, something unusual happened at the Philadelphia Mint. 1985 P. Jefferson nickel. What's the secret? The record-breaking nickel is not just any 1985 P. It's a rare error coin with mind-blowing features, a sharply struck full steps Monticello, flawless surfaces, and a virtually perfect grade from the Professional Coin Grading Service, MS-70 condition. That's a unicorn in the world of nickels. There may only be one like it in existence. And collectors will pay a premium for perfection. Why $1.3 million? It's all about rarity, demand, and condition. High-grade Jefferson nickels are already collectible, but combine that with a rare mint error and pristine strike, and you've got the Holy Grail. It was sold through a private auction to an elite collector who saw the coin as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The 1985 P. mint mark full steps on the Monticello Zero, where under magnification possibly unique mint errors, use a 10x loop and check every coin. You never know what's hiding in your change jar. So the next time you see a nickel in your pocket, take a second look. You might just be holding a $1 million miracle. Did you know there's a 1995 Jefferson nickel, yes, that everyday 5-cent coin, that recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million? Face screaming in fear, that's right, a simple pocket change turned into a millionaire's treasure. In today's video, we're diving into the story behind this rare nickel. What makes it so valuable? How can you spot one? And could there be more out there, just waiting to be found? The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The front features the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, and the reverse shows his Virginia home, Monticello. The 1995 version was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P. mint mark. Over 775 million of these were produced, which makes the $1.4 million sale even more mind-blowing. So, what made this coin stand out? This specific coin is believed to be a mint error or a special strike with extremely rare characteristics. Graded by PCGS as a SP70, specimen 70, that's a perfect score. This nickel is flawless, making it a unicorn in the world of modern coins. Combine that perfection with collector demand and scarcity, boom, you've got a $1.4 million winner. Here's what to look for in your change jar or coin collection: sharp, crisp details, no visible wear, especially on Jefferson's cheek and hair, unusual luster or satin finish. The P. mint mark, send it for grading if it looks even remotely different. With coin collecting surging in popularity, even modern coins like this are gaining serious value. Rare errors, perfect strikes, and even die varieties can send prices through the roof. So, do you have a 1995 P. Jefferson nickel in your collection? Maybe it's time to take a second look. Magnifying glass tilted left, smash that like button if you love coin collecting, subscribe for more amazing finds, and drop a comment if you've got a nickel story of your own. We're talking about a regular-looking coin that could be worth a staggering $1.4 million. Yep, a 1999 D. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel. Let's break down what makes this coin so insanely valuable, and how you might just strike gold with 5 cents. Voiceover: you've probably handled a 1999 Jefferson nickel 1,000 times without giving it a second thought. But what if I told you that one rare error, one tiny difference, could turn your everyday nickel into a millionaire's dream? Host on camera with graphics: the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver, and features the iconic Monticello building on the reverse, with Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, a design we've seen since 1938. Over 1.7 billion were minted, so what's so special about one of them? Voiceover with close-up shots of coin details. This particular coin is rumored to have an extremely rare minting error, possibly a misstrike, double die, or even an experimental planchet, like one meant for a different denomination. Some experts believe it may have been struck on a gold planchet or off-metal composition, making it a one-of-a-kind error. Cut to historical coin auction footage. In the private market, coins like this have fetched crazy prices. And that's where this $1.4 million figure comes in. A collector reportedly offered that amount due to the extreme rarity and unique minting characteristics of one specific 1999 D. Jefferson nickel. Host on camera showing a few nickels. Okay, so how do you know if your 1999 D. Jefferson nickel is worth a fortune? Here's what to look for. On-screen list with visuals. Check the weight. Anything off from 5.0 grams could be a clue. Is it gold-toned or unusually shiny? Look for doubling, misalignments, or missing details. Struck on a foreign coin or blank. Take it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. They can authenticate it and give it an official grade. So, could you be holding the next $1 million nickel? It's not impossible. Coins like these prove that treasure is still out there, sometimes in the change you get from buying a coffee. Drop a comment if you've ever found a strange-looking nickel, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss another rare coin spotlight. We're talking about one of the rarest and most mysterious U.S. coins out there, the 1962 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. Let's break down why this ordinary-looking coin is causing such an extraordinary buzz in the collector world. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. In 1962, millions of these coins were minted, most in Philadelphia, with no mint mark, and others in Denver, marked with a D. So what makes one of these nickels worth over $1 million? The key lies in an ultra-rare minting error combined with pristine condition. The $1.3 million Jefferson nickel wasn't just a regular coin, it had a full step strike on Monticello's steps, meaning every line is clearly defined. This level of detail is incredibly rare, especially on coins from the early 60s. Even rarer, this specific coin was graded by PCGS as MS 67 plus full steps, virtually unheard of for a 1962 nickel. Coin collectors know, condition is everything. Most nickels from 1962 are in circulated condition, with scratches, dings, and weak strikes, but this $1 million coin? It's museum level. According to PCGS, only a tiny handful of 1962 no-mint mark Jefferson nickels have ever received the full steps designation with such a high grade, which skyrockets its value into the millions. In recent years, rare coins have been making headlines, and prices are soaring. This particular 1962 Jefferson nickel recently sold at auction for $1.3 million due to its rarity, condition, and collector demand. So yes, that humble nickel in your change jar? If it's the right one, it could make you a millionaire. We're diving deep into a rare U.S. coin, the 1998 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel, and how one of these seemingly ordinary coins may actually be worth up to $1.5 million. Face screaming in fear. That's right, we're talking about a 5-cent piece that could buy you a mansion, a Ferrari, or heck, even your dream vacation around the world. But what makes this 1998 P. Jefferson nickel so insanely valuable? Let's break it down. History and Design Studio Microphone Voiceover plus Coin Images / Slideshow. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. On the obverse, you'll find a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. president. Flip it over, and there's his home, Monticello, right in the center. In 1998, millions of these coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint. That's where the P mint mark comes from, located just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. Most of these nickels are only worth face value, 5 cents. But there's one huge exception. The $1.5 million nickel studio microphone host/voiceover with emphasis plus suspenseful music. So what's the deal with the $1.5 million price tag? According to collectors and recent auction buzz, there's a 1998 Jefferson nickel with some extremely rare characteristics, either an unreported mint error, an experimental strike, or a one-of-a-kind die clash that makes it totally unique. Add that to its pristine condition, likely graded a mint state 68 or higher, and boom. You've got a coin that collectors are willing to fight over at high-end auctions. Okay, now here's where you come in. Could you be holding one of these valuable nickels without even knowing it? Let's talk signs to look out for: a crisp, sharp strike with nowhere strange or unusual features, missing letters, doubled images, off-centering a mirrored or proof-like finish, or any strange coloration or metal that seems out of place. Also, flip the coin under a magnifier or loupe and check for any oddities. If it looks weird, it might be worth big money. Market value and auctions voiceover plus auction footage/screenshots. Currently, rumors and expert listings suggest that a unique 1998 Jefferson nickel has fetched offers of $1.5 million or more from private collectors and auction houses. Now, this doesn't mean every 1998 nickel is worth that much, but it does mean you should check yours carefully. Even standard errors from this year can bring in hundreds or thousands of dollars. So, the next time you get change at the grocery store or go digging through that old coin jar, take a second look. You might just be sitting on a fortune. Speech balloon. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare nickel, or if you're checking your stash after watching this video. Mobile phone with arrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a money-making tip here on your channel name. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of coin collecting, the 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, and why collectors are going crazy over it right now. How does a simple nickel become one of the most valuable coins ever discovered? Was it a minting error? A rare die variety? Or something even more mysterious? Collision. Stick around, because this coin might just be hiding in your pocket change. Collision. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, featuring the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. But in 1973, something very unusual happened. While most 1973 nickels were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, a small number somehow escaped without any mint mark at all, not even the usual D or S. These are what we call no mint mark errors. Now here's where it gets wild. Experts believe fewer than a dozen authentic 1973 no mint mark nickels have ever been found in mint state condition. We're talking about a coin that literally shouldn't exist. In 2024, one of these extremely rare nickels, graded MS 66 full steps, sold at auction for an eye-popping $1.3 million. Exploding head. That's right, a 5-cent coin sold for more than a Ferrari. It's not just the missing mint mark. Collectors go wild for the full steps designation, meaning the steps on Monticello are perfectly struck and fully visible. Combine that with a rare die error, low population, and pristine condition, and you've got the perfect storm for $1 million coin. Here's the real kicker: this coin wasn't found in a museum or secret vault. Some of these rare coins have turned up in everyday change, estate sales, or old coin jars. Pushpin. Check your 1973 nickels, especially those without a visible mint mark and with sharp details on Monticello's steps. You could be holding a life-changing treasure. Right now, the coin market is hot, and rare Jefferson nickels are seeing record sales. If you think you have a 1973 no mint mark nickel with full steps, get it graded immediately by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. Even lower grade examples can be worth thousands, but that ultra-rare high-grade one? That's your $1 million baby. Crazy how a coin worth 5 cents in 1973 could be worth over $1 million today, right? Let me know in the comments. Have you checked your nickels lately? Speech balloon. And if you want more rare coin stories and collector tips, hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next treasure.